Today's episode of Let's Break It Down with Nkoebe is about Netflix and Paramount being engaged in a high-stakes battle for the ownership of Warner Bros. Discovery, with implications for the future of media. Netflix's bid focuses on acquiring the studio and streaming assets, while Paramount's hostile offer seeks to acquire the entire company. The Warner Bros. Board has supported Netflix due to concerns about debt and financing associated with Paramount's bid. This conflict highlights key strategic considerations, regulatory challenges, and lessons in media ownership amidst growing competition. The outcome will impact content ownership and shape the media landscape. That provided a general overview. Now, let's dive deeper into the insights. Visualize this scenario. Today, one of the biggest battles in media history is unfolding, not over a new film franchise or streaming surge, but over ownership of one of Hollywood's most iconic institutions. Netflix and Paramount Skydance are locked in a high-stakes bidding war to control Warner Bros. Discovery, the studio behind Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, and HBO, with offers exceeding $80 billion and almost $110 billion. This is not just a deal. This is the future of storytelling, competition, and power in the entertainment industry. Welcome to Let's Break It Down with Nkoebe, where deep stories become clear context. In this episode, we break down the following. First, how this bidding war started. Second, why the future of media is at stake. Third, why Warner Bros.' board backed Netflix. Fourth, the implications for content, competition, and consumers. By the end, you'll understand not just who's bidding, but why it matters for the future of entertainment and global media. For background and context, Warner Bros. Discovery, or WBD, is Hollywood royalty. Its asset list reads like a century of storytelling. Warner Bros. Studios, HBO, HBO Max, DC Comics, global franchises, and one of the richest content libraries in the world. In December 2025, Netflix announced a deal to acquire the company's studio and streaming assets for roughly $82.7 billion, a departure from its historic build not buy strategy. But within days, Paramount Skydance launched a hostile all-cash bid around $108.4 billion, directly to WBD shareholders, eclipsing Netflix's proposal. This dramatic escalation transformed a strategic media acquisition into a full-blown takeover battle. Key moves and Timeline Phase 1. Netflix strategic bid. Netflix offer focused on acquiring the studio and streaming arm, leaving out the legacy cable networks like CNN and Discovery, paying in a mix of cash and equity. This represented a strategic shift for Netflix, buying content and global studio capacity at massive scale. Phase 2. Paramount's hostile counteroffer. Paramount Skydance, backed by sovereign wealth funds and private capital, countered with a higher all-cash offer, about $108.4 billion. Aimed to acquire the entire company, including cable networks. Financing from Gulf state funds and major banks. Paramount claimed this offer provided clearer regulatory certainty and superior value to shareholders. Phase 3. Board rejection and strategic decision. On December 17, 2025, Warner Bros. Discovery's board rejected the Paramount bid, calling it misleading with opaque financing, and reaffirmed support for Netflix's merger agreement, which they believed offered more stability and long-term value. Despite Paramount's higher headline price, WBD executives raised concerns over debt assumptions, financing commitments, and potential regulatory risk. Now for the analysis. Who wins and what this means first? Strategy and competitive positioning, starting with Netflix's strategy. Netflix wants content depth and studio control, not just subscribers. Owning Warner's library, from HBO's prestige content to blockbuster franchises, could reignite subscriber growth and reduce dependence on content licensing. It's about redefining scale in streaming and anchoring Netflix as a vertically integrated media powerhouse. And now to Paramount's logic. By contrast, Paramount's offer included the legacy cable networks, appealing for scale, but complicating operational focus. Paramount argued higher immediate cash value and lower regulatory friction, but its financing structure raised questions. Secondly, regulatory and market risk. Starting with the antitrust concerns. Critics warn that a Netflix WBD combo could consolidate too much control over content, potentially reducing competition and choice for consumers. Regulatory scrutiny remains a major hurdle for either transaction. And now on to the industry reaction. The bidding war has sent ripples through media stocks and valuations. WBD's share price, trading like a referendum on the outcome, reflects investor uncertainty and anticipation. And to close off the regulatory and market risk, let's now look at the political and cultural pushback, where public figures, industry guilds, and even Hollywood talent have raised alarms, not just about competition, but about the influence of mega platforms on culture and the arts. Lessons and insights from this deal. Lesson 1. Scale and ownership matter. Content libraries are no longer back catalogs. They are strategic moats in a market that's reached subscription saturation. Lesson 2. Debt and financing shape deals. The difference between liquidity and leverage can make or break even billion-dollar bids. Paramount's financing uncertainties undermined what seemed like a stronger offer. Lesson 3. Regulation influences strategy. Antitrust reviews and political scrutiny have become integral parts of big media deals, even before contracts are signed. Conclusion. The battle for Warner Bros. Discovery isn't just about corporate pride or media rivalry. It's about the architecture of the modern media ecosystem, who owns the stories, platforms, and audiences in a world where content is power. If you found this breakdown valuable, subscribe to Let's Break It Down with Nkoebe for weekly deep dives into how business strategy, technology, and leadership shape the world we live in. On our next episode, we will look at Disney's strategy in a world where scale defines the future of media. Let's break it down with Nkoebe, where deep stories become clear context. Netflix and Paramount are engaged in a high-stakes battle for the ownership of Warner Bros. Discovery, with implications for the future of media. Netflix's bid focuses on acquiring the studio and streaming assets, while Paramount's hostile offer seeks to acquire the entire company. The Warner Bros. Board has supported Netflix due to concerns about debt and financing associated with Paramount's bid. This conflict highlights key strategic considerations, regulatory challenges, and lessons in media ownership amidst growing competition. The outcome will impact content ownership and shape the media landscape.